Armenia and Azerbaijan have both flat-out rejected calls for a ceasefire and ruled out peace talks as hostilities over a disputed border territory enter a fifth day. Here are the latest images released by Azerbaijan. They show the destruction of Armenian military vehicles in the Nagorno-Karabakh region. Both sides released a string of videos to back up their individual claims of military conquest. Artiz Igishdanov is in the heart of the conflict zone and reports now on the impact hostilities are having on local communities.
Nagorno-Karabakh is sandwiched between the territorial ambitions of Armenia and Azerbaijan. But as commanders-in-chief are deploying platoon after platoon to the front line, it's often civilians who end up in the crossfire on both sides.
We're in a small town in the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh region. The front line is about 5 to 7 kilometers that way. An Azerbaijani shell flew from over there and made this crater. And, well, there was a bus staying right here. It has already been cleared, the debris, and it was bustling with people. As a result, because of this strike killed 2 people and 5 more were wounded, all of them civilians. This is no military complex. It's just a building, just a house where people live in. In fact, I'm being told that these areas are being shelled relentlessly, even though the closest military position is about 3 to 4 kilometers away that way. What you are hearing right now is them firing. In fact, we could hear just minutes ago a UAV and sometimes even see it as it was making circles above us. It was not an Armenian UAV, it was an Azerbaijani one. So this is one of the places where it is as hot as it gets in Nagorno-Karabakh.
There aren't many places that have it worse than the town of Martuni. Within the 60 minutes that we were filming there, we heard artillery, infantry, drones, all of them had their deadly say.
Если вы слышите это характерное жужжание, это как раз тот самый дрон. И вот по нему и ведется стрельба, видимо.
Air raid sirens and the buzz of drones have become the terrifying soundtrack to this war in Nagorno-Karabakh. And this frontline town is enduring bombs of all calibers.
This is what's left of the round that fell in this backyard. It's really heavy and, well, I'm being told it's about 160 millimeters in caliber, which makes it a truly formidable projectile. And you can see the amount of damage that it did here. For instance, here used to be the gates. Well, they're now completely gone.
Both sides are ready to fight to the bitter end. Both sides have the fervent support of their populations, sharing an underlying belief that it's them fighting for the right cause and not the enemy. With all the horrors that have already haunted this land, this war shows that the old grievances have only deepened. Igishdanov reporting from Nagorno-Karabakh, RT.
Nagorno-Karabakh is one of several border disputes remaining from the collapse of the Soviet Union. The republic seceded from Azerbaijan in 1988 and declared itself independent, but the enclave, predominantly populated by Armenians, isn't widely recognised as an independent state. Turkey, for its part, expressed staunch support for Azerbaijan in the conflict. Baku says this support's limited to the diplomatic level. But Yerevan alleges the Turkish Air Force is involved too. With more on the escalation, here's our senior correspondent Murad Gazdiev from Istanbul.
Well, there's been absolutely no lull in the fighting. It continued overnight, raged, I would say, every few hours. We're also seeing casualty numbers, both military and civilian, spiral. And it seems to be getting worse and worse. So the escalation seems to be escalating itself. And this is all despite tremendous diplomatic pressure for both sides to take a pause, to take a break, anything, you know, give talks a chance. Despite everything the international community is doing, the violence seems to be getting worse.
We have only one condition, that Armenia leaves our lands completely and immediately. This is valid. If the Armenian government complies with this, the fighting will stop. There will be no bloodshed. There will be peace. Peace will come to our region.
I believe the Armenian army can secure our country. and the self-defense forces of Nagorno-Karabakh are successfully protecting their region. From a political standpoint, I believe it's very important for us that international partners know how and who started this military action.
In all of this rhetoric, though, it is in stark contrast to what ordinary people think. Here in Istanbul and Turkey, in Armenia, in Karabakh, in Baku, people know after so many years of escalations and flare-ups that peace doesn't come through